going to have a crack. He is, you know. Oh, I say! Brilliant! That is schoolboy's own stuff. Oh, I bet even he can't believe it.
Good morning and good morning to you. Welcome to this Good Morning Tottenham away video. Even this morning, guys, it's just gone 8 a.m. here, guys. I woke up, honest to God, guys, this is real story. I woke up and I checked my phone. I had to double check to see that we won yesterday. It's never like I woke up and I'm thinking, did I dream that match? Did it really result into a win? And thankfully, it confirmed what I thought. We won the game, guys. Honestly, what a game! To even sit here and discuss yesterday's game, I would have to re-see the match again calmly, sit back and trying to analyze it with obviously knowing the story now, knowing the match. I would able to look at things perhaps I would have missed live because I'm obviously emotionally involved, and you know what the thought process is like during a match like yesterday's. A real game of two halves, it really was. The first half, guys, we was all over the place. We was a bit, I don't know, it just felt like a real disjointed team, and we looked like we could be got at quite easily, really. I felt defensively, I'm not just talking about defenders alone, but defensively as a team, all over the shop. It was a weird performance. It's like, Brentford, done their homework really well, played low block, and they tried to get us on the counter-attacks, and it worked for large periods, if not all that first half. It worked really, really well. They looked like they could hurt us every time they go forward, and that's the thing about having a real threat up front. Ivan Toney is always a threat, and that Mopai guy is always a bit of a nuisance, isn't he? So they always look like they could hurt us going forward. Low block, didn't leave any spaces in behind, and we struggle against teams like that. And I've always said, I've said it previously, whenever teams set up this way when they come to the lane, and it's going to happen more and more, and teams, Brentford stature or thereabouts, a lot, not everyone's going to come open to play us, toe to toe. So a lot of these teams are now going to figure that out. They're going to look at that first half yesterday, and they're going to say, well, we've got to take the good of what Brentford did yesterday and bring it into our game and try to do better than what they did, and which is the part that really let them down in some parts, which is the finishing. If they had finished the chances that they created, we would have been in trouble. But Ivan Toney, you can see that he's still not 100% fit. You can see that. The more the game went, the more he started to you can see he started he picked up a little niggle as well. He's not quite there yet, but he's always a threat. And I'll tell you this right now, he would make a hell of a difference in our team if we had him. For me, going back to what I spoke about yesterday's video, the 50 million so reported, what's been reported. Listen, I don't buy that we're going to spend 50 million on Sri Lanka, but let's just go with it for now. If what's been reported is what we're looking to spend to bring someone like Sri Lanka in, mate, put 20, 30 extra million in it and go with a certainty of getting Ivan Toney. He will get us the 20, 25 goals a season that's required from the centre forward. Good player, technically brilliant, always a danger, always a danger, always sniffing about for it. He's always about for looking for that goal, and I think in our team he'll be immense. So I would seriously consider spending that big money and going for a guaranteed, assured somebody who knows the Premier League really well. And with all due respect, Brentford fans, Spurs would be a step up for him to kick on, and with the right players around him, I think he will score so many goals, so much more. I truly believe that. But so going back to the match, first half, so when you pick, then they take the 1-0, the 1-0 lead, and you think we've got it all to do second half. How do we break this low block? How do we get about getting in behind? How do we get about creating chances if they got low block? How do we get in? In the first half we didn't have enough width. Everything was going through the middle, and they just narrow things down. So we didn't really look at the option too much on going on the outside. Sometimes with Timo we did, but not enough for my liking. Going on the outward, and that's something that perhaps we need to work on moving forwards. Like I said, for the reasons that many more teams are going to come in and defend and play a low block and play the counter attacking football. It reminded me of a Serie A team when a small team goes to a big team and they're set up so to make it so awkward for them, and then they try and nick it with a counter attacking goals. That's what it felt like watching that first half. Second half, for some unbeknownst reasons, their game plan changed and they've decided they're going to play a high line, and perhaps they've went in buzzing from that first half and say, you know what, let's go out there and actually go and get that second goal. And for some unbeknownst reason, their tactic changed. The high line went up and it suited us perfectly because we was able to get it in behind. And our players favour those sort of teams that play a high line. One or two passes we was able to split them open, and we scored the first, second, literally went on a rampage and take a 3-1. I can't understand from Brentford's point of view why they would choose that, but from our point of view, who cares? They did it, they messed up, and we absolutely annihilated him for that next 10 sort of 15 minutes into the second half. And that for me is what changed it. A lot of people might say it was the substitutions. Listen, they made an impact. Johnson made an impact. Højbjerg made an impact. I don't think, though, the subs per se were the reason why it went that way in that first 10, 15 minute second half. They surely would have taken a rollicking at half time. So by Ainge. So there's no two ways about that. But obviously the intent was very clear from the offset. But that was, like I said, combined that with the Brentford change of plan. I don't know what to put it down as. But look, guys, it went the way I did. The only thing I will say, just to conclude my match thoughts of what I picked up on yesterday, is our in-game management needs to better. We went 3-1 up. We was in a situation where we can control the game for the next 15, 20 minutes, and I never felt like we had that game under control, even when we went 3-1 up. And that's something that we have to improve massively on moving forwards. We always feel like the game's still open. The game's available to our opponents. Even at 3-1, it felt like they can come into that game. It always looked a threat going forward. We never seemed to be in control. I never had the feeling watching the match that we were 3-1, we're going to boss this now for the next 15 minutes and, make them run around and lose hope. It always felt like they could hurt us. Even at 3-1, the game didn't seem done. And that is the in-game management that we have to definitely improve massively on. But look, we're going to get Sarr back for this weekend. Bissouma hopefully very soon, and Son, and that completes that lot. Do I feel that we need something to come through for us today in the transfer market? Ideally, I would love something to be done in that forward line to help us. I don't think the goals, I know we scored 3 yesterday, but I think that finalising our attacks is going to be the issue. Son will sort a lot of that out, but it's one guy. Richie, listen, he done well yesterday. He's hold up of the game. So when he receives when he receives the ball back to goal, he's improved massively on that. Massively. He links up the play really well. He's improved, and before, he'd always be falling on the floor. He'd always lose the ball back to goal. I saw improvements of that. But is he going to be that guy that's going to get us 20, 25 goals a season? Not for me. But I give him credit. He works hard for the team. His link-up play has improved massively. And look, he's scoring goals. It's 7, I think, is so he's on a good run of form. Johnson's confidence will take a massive on the back of his goal. But he will continue to have those difficulties. And Timo Werner, for all the brilliance off the ball, his work rate, he's always a danger when released on the attack. But it's the finalising, that final pass, it's that final bit that's missing from his game and has been even when he was at Chelsea. So, but honest guy, and he works hard. But it's the finalising, it's the taking your chances. That's the guy that we need, I feel. And it would be brilliant if we could bring him in before the closure of the market. We shall see, guys. Right, let me know your thoughts, guys, of the match yesterday. Brilliant that we got 3 points. We must take that confidence. Obviously, Udogie making his mistake, but that's part of his growth, guys. He isn't a finished article, but I really do believe he can be, up there as the best left back in this Premier League. But he has a lot to learn. He's shown a lot of good stuff, but he's obviously got stuff that he needs to improve on. He's not the finished article. Nor do I want him to be at 21. Why would he be? But he needs to be supported. He's got to move away from making those sort of mistakes and continue to improve. And of course, he's always a threat going forward. Romero, Van der Ven getting more minutes in the game. Dragusin coming on. At some point, he will probably have to get a few more minutes. Bentancur, not his finest, but again, it's all part of coming back from a long layoff. And Maddison getting his game time. He's getting, again, another player from a long layoff. So we have players that are coming back from injuries that it's going to take a little bit of while, a little bit more minutes, and hopefully they can start gelling together moving forwards. That's my take on yesterday's match, guys. Let me know your thoughts on what I said. If you disagree, let me know what you disagree on. And if you agree, let me know what part of it you do agree on. Your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we move on to the Everton away game for this weekend. They're all coming thick and fast, guys. As always, forever always, come on, you Spurs.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.